What's up, people? This is WWE Breakdowns. I'm Mr. Filthy, and this is Ryan, and we are breaking down the Ottawa, Canada Raw edition. Wow, not July at all. Again, we're in August now, right?
August 24th.
Yes. Days are not my specialty. Every day is just today.
Every day is the day that ends in Y, where you have to go to work. It seems about it. But this edition was right for most people, not for us.
Every day is summer vacation. I'm finishing verb.
What do they say? What do they say in the theme song? 180 days summer.
Yeah.
I was a Nickelodeon kid, so I didn't really watch that too much, but I've seen it before. Anyway, LA Knight kicks off this episode of Raw and wants to talk about a capital C coward and Roman Reigns because he's not wrong. Because where is Roman? All right, he wasn't there. They go out of the state and he's just like, no, I got beat up last week and I don't have my passport.
Right, and that is kind of a weird way to push his story along. Is every time he gets beat up, he doesn't show up, and then he sneak attacks whoever beats him up a month later, and we're just supposed to remember.
And we're also supposed to think he's like some kind of anti-hero. If you want to see a good anti-hero, watch Stone Cold Steve Austin. Okay.
And then people are talking about, oh, he's supposed to go full heel soon. I'm like, bro has always been a heel. He has never not been a heel. People just like him.
Okay, I think we need to establish what is babyface, what's on the teeter-totter, and what's full heel.
And we need to establish that just because fans are over with you doesn't mean you're a face.
Right. Think of this is probably a bad example because that's actually a good idea. That's a good one.
He was literally never ever a face, ever, except for when he was with Daniel Bryan, I think. And then
that was probably the only time.
And maybe that one time when he did that promo where he was doing the whole Mania fucking Canaanites.
Yeah, that and the Brothers of Destruction era, I guess you could kind of.
Not even that though, because he was beating the shit out of every single opponent and burying them.
I'm talking about the second time when they were going up against Triple H and Stone Cold.
Fair enough. But yeah, basically every other time, he is literally a heel. He's a guy who fucked a dead corpse, potentially, rumored, allegedly. He, kills people, or at least alludes to killing people. He
apparently burned his parents alive, or they left him in the house and he burned or something.
Right. He kidnaps Lita.
And then forces her to marry him.
Yeah.
We were supposed to root for Kane in that rivalry, I think, when Lita cheated on him with Edge, but it's I can't really do that though. She didn't want this. It's not comfortable.
No, you're supposed to love Kane. God damn it, Stockholm Syndrome's real, and you're supposed to love him.
I mean, I don't think like you said, potentially got raped, and then the child got murdered by
a complicated relationship.
So someone hit Kane with a chair, and he fell on her stomach, and they lost the baby. It was just
that was a crazy angle.
Yeah, it was a bad thing. But yeah, Roman Reigns is not. Yeah, and his story's not moving along with him not showing up. Okay, we'll just leave it at that.
And he's wasn't even teetering on the face side because he's never done anything that would even suggest that he's a nice person.
And just because people liked him doesn't mean, or do like him, I should say. The example I was actually going to use was The Undertaker in the rivalry of Brock Lesnar, I think in like 2016 or 18. I forget when it was. They were trying to make Undertaker, or Mick Foley, yeah. But in that one, they were trying to make Undertaker the heel, and he low blowed Brock Lesnar all the time. One match he actually tapped, but the ref didn't see it. And then when the ref was distracted, he kicked him again. And
For his
I
entire
just couldn't.
fucking badass
Yeah,
gimmick.
I just couldn't. I couldn't boo him. I couldn't. Lesnar was over, and I wasn't over with Lesnar. So,
Now,
but
when you're over, they do usually make you a face, but that's not the thing anymore.
no, it's not because Roman's there. Like I want to say he's a heel, but yeah, people would argue with me.
And he doesn't
But
really
he
have a
is.
personality,
So
so they don't want to move him around too much and ruin it.
true. So let's look at the people that do have personalities. Usos, heel. Fatu, heel. Solo,
Yeah,
face.
the guys who attack people behind every match and like beat them up are usually not good guys.
Yeah. So want to put that out there, clarify that.
But yeah, apparently that's
And then
hard to
LA
tell.
Knight, but LA Knight gives us a good point. He says, if Roman has been winning on his own, why is he sending his family after people? Because Roman won the title on his own. He's defended it but on his own for the most part. So why is his family still around just to beat people up?
Well, if Jay was at all smart and good at cutting a promo, he basically would say because he doesn't have time to deal with the likes of people like as low as you. But then he's also technically insulting himself.
That is true because Roman does not want to fight LA Knight, and I'm not understanding completely why.
Because he knows that if he were to go into anything with LA Knight, he's going to walk circles around him in the promos and he's not going to be able to build his, like, aura.
Yeah, that's true. Roman Reigns cannot cut a promo to save his life. That's why he has people to do it for him. But I'd be wrong to say that, I guess.
That's why CM Punk basically destroyed him all the way up to the match and then only lost because he's Roman Reigns.
They kicked Paul Heyman out of the group, and then Roman decided, I'm gonna come out on my own when it's like title time, but I can't cut a promo, and now I don't have anyone to cut the promo for me.
I
Not
guess
a
they
good
really
choice.
thought that he could cut one now. I don't know.
He still can't. He is better. I will admit, he is better, but he's still not good. But LA Knight says they tell him to win a tournament because he doesn't deserve a title match, but he says he doesn't qualify for that because he's not in AAA. So then he says Solo, who he couldn't control, told me everything about the family. He says, so I might as well get my hands dirty in family business, and I already got Solo. And then Solo just pops in the crowd and just starts saying, yeah. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a shirt on WWEshop.com, and I mean, it's $35, but it's the one that he was wearing tonight, and I kind of want it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
Jay
lie.
was mad. He's like, he's wearing that stupid motherfucking shirt. And then I look over at the shirt and it's like, this is your warning shot. Pew pew pew.
Yeah, and it's got the pew 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 written in red, like covering the thing. Yeah, but it's a beautiful illustration of what we're getting.
And a very clever promo because I didn't notice the shirt until they pointed it out.
Yeah, it was perfect though. It's just the way it was laid out. But Solo's like, hey, after all we've been through, you could have said no, but you said yeah, you're gonna help. And Knight and Solo were having like a pew pew battle, and then the Usos came out. And this is where things get real and also real funny. So, speaking of funny, Jimmy says, I bet you thought it was funny what you did last week. And then Jay fires a warning shot, but Solo gets the Matrix on it.
Yeah.
And Jay actually says that. He's like, we ain't doing no Matrix in here.
I think Michael Cole or Corey was like, he's the one.
Yeah, he was doing like the whole duck thing. Somebody actually shared it on, I think it was on Facebook, and they actually like slowed it down and made like a whole Matrix background. It like made it transform into the movie, and it was good.
So
but
is Neo. He is the chosen one.
Right. Jay says he's gonna bring both of their heads to the tribal chief, and Solo's like, "All right, clearly y'all want to fight, so let's do it." And him and LA Knight are like, "Yeah, we got each other's backs." And then LA Knight says he's gonna smack those Ulalafas back to factory settings. And I needed to include that because the first time he actually cut that promo and called them the wrong thing, he actually messed it up, and I guess now it's just a thing. So,
Well, because
but Jay didn't break character this time.
As soon as you're gonna complain about something, now you're giving him full, like, blown reason to do it more.
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure people did complain about it, but the whole thing was that Jay had broke character because they were doing a backstage segment, and he actually laughed when he said it. So I guess it's just a thing now. But if Jay didn't break character tonight, I'm very upset.
And there's those people who are basically like, you're being racist because you didn't say the thing right.
Listen. You guys didn't say it right when you first heard it too. Okay.
Well, and not that big a deal.
It's.
You mean the person who's not accustomed to that language might have said the thing wrong? It's crazy how that works.
It is. It's because it's Ulafalas, Ulafali's. It's all the same. It doesn't matter.
No, he needs to apologize right now.
I disagree. I don't think that apologies are necessary for things that a guy who's not Samoan can't pronounce someone who is Samoan. So, but anyway, Stephanie Vaquer and Roxanne Perez is up next. And this match was good. I don't think it was the best of, tonight. That crown's going to go to a match that we'll talk about later. But this match did have Liv getting involved, so Becky Lynch decided to come out with the new song, which I'm sorry, but I don't like it. I think it's atrocious.
It's all Seth Rollins' fault.
So, yeah. I don't know. It's just like her yelling, and then there's like music. It's not. I don't like it.
They need to bring back trademark music.
They do. I heard that Jim Johnson is possibly making a return, so maybe we'll get something.
They have so much more money now, too. It doesn't even make sense to not do it.
Right. Just like people being released because budget cuts. So they have money. Vaquer saves Becky from Raquel, who looked like she was going to attack Becky from behind. And then Vaquer picks up the win inside the ring while celebrating. Liv was going to attack, but Becky saved her, tossing Liv into the timekeeper's area. Becky gets involved in the ring, and they have a stare down because why not? And then Becky leaves. So, a few things to unpack here. The Judgment Day is on a losing streak, even though Liv wanted to yell at Vaquer the whole time that she's better than her. But if Raquel doesn't win, can Liv win?
Well, I mean, of course she's going to say yeah. She said, well, I'm obviously better than all of them.
Well, yes, but the fact of the matter is Raquel had help and still lost. I mean, sure, Becky came out, but...
She said, but I'm Liv Morgan.
And you're the greatest women's champion of all time.
The greatest women's champion of all time.
I thought you were actually going to hit the note. I was waiting for it.
Time.
Her voice fucking annoys me. I'm sorry. And then we get this backstage where Dom and JD approach Rey Mysterio, and he's basically like, "Why am I not in the tournament?" And Rey's like, "It's because you're not a luchador, bro." And then JD's like, "Easy, or we'll pop you one." Like, JD, you're the furthest thing from a luchador. Why are you getting involved in this conversation? Okay. And then Javon Evans decides to attack them. And Ray straight up is like, yeah, the young OG's ready to fight. And Big Cass is next. Yeah.
Javon Evans is out here
So,
throwing hands.
yeah, Javon Evans is out here he's just throwing hands, throwing shit. So we're gonna talk about this tournament match that happened with Ray Phoenix and Dragon Lee. Normally I don't like this, but this match was 5 stars. I'm gonna say.
Oh, yeah. I think they're always like really good, especially like a lot of the AAA talent is good, and I've been trying to watch more of AAA admittedly because I noticed that they stopped doing like subtitles and they just do a dub.
Okay, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, but it is weird because everything is like a lot of it is literally Rey Mysterio translating everything, which is interesting because it's Rey Mysterio, but also
Yeah,
like,
doesn't
weird.
Yeah, doesn't he do commentary? So I guess that would make sense if he's
He's just
translating.
like the unlimited narrator the entire time. It feels like.
Oh, okay, got you. So it's like they're still talking, but like Ray's finished talking because, as you know, some American or English words are shorter than Spanish, and then it's also the other way around as well.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, but once you get used to
Yeah.
it,
So the main thing I wanted to highlight was Dragon Lee hitting a suicide dive, hitting Ray Phoenix, who was on the commentary table, knocking him off the table. That was definitely the highlight of this match. And then Ray Phoenix won with a Mexican Destroyer. And like I said, just 5 stars. So good. Best match of the night for a second, but
definitely.
contract signing between Oba Femi and Braun Breaker is next, and Paul Heyman is in the ring for this. And this immediately struck me as strange because, like, I get it, right? It's the future of the company. Heyman's been involved.
It's also, did Oba ever even like openly acknowledge that he would want help from Paul? Like, why are you actually like on his meat?
Yep. Right. I mean, like, they had interactions backstage, but no, Obafemi never like explicitly asked Paul for help or even implied that he wanted help.
Right, like what if Paul basically burns the bridge and Oba's just like trolling him basically? He's like letting him burn his own bridges. And then he's like,
he'd probably,
all right, I'm ready to be your advocate. He's like, go fuck yourself. And then walks away.
He's like, it's like, my advocate. What? So I was thinking, like, if Obafemi wins at and Sunday night's main event is like Heyman just gonna like come up to him in the ring and be like, "Yeah, we did it," and then like Oba's gonna be like, because does it make sense to turn Oba heel? No. Is Paul Heyman a face? I don't know. Maybe, but
I don't think Paul
I don't
ever be a face. He's done so much evil in every instance of his entire career that I don't even think you could turn him face.
Right, and that's what I was gonna say is that he doesn't really work like that. That wouldn't really make sense.
I wouldn't believe it. I don't even think. Like you couldn't convince me he's a good guy.
Exactly. It would just there's too much damage done that it just couldn't be good.
Unless he spends time with Danhausen.
That, like, maybe Danhausen should just curse him so that he has no choice but to turn his life around, so that he can get uncursed.
Yes. Let's do that.
We should do that. We definitely should.
Hashtag curse Paul Heyman and send it to Danhausen.
Right. And then I got even more confused because Paul Heyman introduces Braun Breaker, calling him the hardest hitter and to fear the spear and all. And it's like, you just told this guy 2 weeks ago that you were done with him because Obafemi's the future. I'm still confused.
And when he asked if you guys were coming back to the group, you were basically like, you got Maxine Dupree.
Right. So why are you introducing Braun Breaker like he's? I mean, you didn't do like a whole Brock Lesnar thing, but like Why are you introducing him, naming off these accomplishments if you're not aligned with him or his group? It doesn't make sense. But anyway, after they get down the ring and everything, Braun Breaker is basically like, you know what, Oba, you've done nothing to prove that you're the future. I mean, oh, you beat Brock Lesnar, you won King of the Ring. Ooh. He's like, before I had you in WWE, or before you were here, I had WWE in the palm of my hand, and then I got hurt. And he says, you come up and you take your spot. And he says, you're in this position because I got hurt, and that's it. And now he's coming back to take what's his. And I'm going to go ahead and disagree here
You would
with.
assume Seth Rollins is a little wacky.
Right, right. So if Seth Rollins never got hurt, you would still be Seth Rollins wacky, like you just said, because you're still in division. So if Rollins had never got hurt and you didn't have to take him out so that they could write him out, you'd still be in the same spot.
Right, because he's only injured because Seth Rollins got injured because blah 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 got injured because blah 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 got injured.
Right, right.
It's just a line of injuries with that whole group, honestly.
I think he injured himself while trying to take out the injured Seth Rollins. So yeah, and I have to disagree with what he's saying here. But Obafemi calls him a angry orange man because it's funny, and he did look kind of orange in the late, not gonna lie. But he's like, I think he's like, I'm gonna tell you to your face that you're talented, and he said, if you joined in 2002 and you fought Cena, you could be the face, and he's like, even in 2016, you could be the future. He's like, but it's 2026, and you have the unfortunate task of fighting me. And then Oba tells him at Sunday night's main event, he's going to show why he's the future. And then Breaker tells him that he's gonna fight him so much that he's not going to be able to keep up. And he says he'll own him, and Oba's going to spend the rest of his career living in his shadow. And then Braun says, "So you're the future? Well, I'm Braun Breaker, the guy you couldn't beat." So exactly, it's funny, right? Because it's not a thing.
The whole
Okay.
time in this promo, Braun felt awkward. It felt like he didn't know where to go.
Right. I kind of noticed like stuttering or him like looking around a lot, like he like didn't know where to go with the promo or what to say. I don't know if this was
He was pulling
scripted.
a full
It didn't look
stutter.
like it. Right. And that's the thing is like, you want to sit there and say, "Oh, you could tire Oba." Like, Braun, you're pretty big yourself. Like, you sure you could go for 45 minutes? I don't know what you're trying to insinuate. How long?
I mean, if you're Oba, do you even need to? If you're just gonna beat the shit out of whoever's in front of you, probably anyway, and then finish them in
Exactly.
5 minutes.
Exactly. So Braun stands up with the contract and he shoves it in Paul's chest and he says, "Are you going to sign it or should your daddy do it for you?" So, and again, further supporting that Paul Heyman is with Obafemi. I don't know where this came from.
Yeah, he started coming after Paul. He was like, "You're out here walking around,"
Right.
and he's basically like talking about how he's kissing his ass.
Right. And he's screaming at Paul to sign it. And the whole time, Paul's just like, "Don't do this." It's not, he's just telling them, "Don't do this." It's not like that. So Braun decides, screw it. And he hits Obafemi with a cheap shot. But Oba fights back very quickly. And then Austin Theory decides to come out.
At least he wasn't molesting Nexting Dupree on the way down.
Thank God. I don't think we actually got to see a segment with them like all over each other. And I'm thankful for that. But they get control of Bo, face back, and he literally tosses Austin Theory through a table as Braun escapes. Literally tosses him. So Oba says, "This is how I'll have you on the 5th, which is the date of Sunday that's main event, running away because he literally ran away. So he wanted to talk all that shit in the ring just to run away.
Right. I guess it's better than getting your ass beat.
Yeah, it is. I'm not gonna lie. The audio in this next segment got cut out, and I didn't have the opportunity to go back at the time, so I didn't hear what Fatu said. But the Usos did tell. Did you? Were you able to rewind? Hear what he said?
I might have. Which part were you talking about? What is the pre-context?
It was right after the contract signing. They were backstage. It was the Usos and Fatu.
Yeah, which
The
part?
audio, like literally right at the beginning, as soon as Fatu walks up, it was like the audio was like real low or like cut off or something. It was like hard to hear.
No, I don't think I saw that.
Oh well, you can still kind of get the full story from here. They basically tell Fatu to stay in the back, and Fatu says, "I don't take orders from y'all, so I'm gonna run the play as the OTC tells me." And the Usos say, "Roman ain't here, so we're the captain, so that's the play, so just run it." And then Jay says, "Stay back here, do nothing like you're good at." So, further indication, Jacob Fatu is going to turn on these assholes because he's been getting treated this way since coming to the bloodline. And it seems like Roman, honestly, could care less.
Right. Roman just like you guys just figured out.
Right. He was basically trying to put the family together that he really just didn't care how he got them together as long as he got them together. And look what happened. He got a Samoan spike by Silisko. So, yeah. All right, Big Cass's big first match since coming back was against Javon Evans because he likes to target men that are much smaller than him and attack them when they turn around and meet his boot. And homeboy legit wrestled in a pair of jeans and work boots.
He has not altered his outfit very much.
No, and I think he had a man bun. I think that was different. He used to have his hair down when he wrestled. I think that was it. But Javon Evans did put up a good fight, but Big Cass wins with a big old boot because that's his finisher now, I guess. Even though we
before too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I mean, we've seen the East River Crossing. I thought that was like a whole new thing, but I guess I don't know, maybe not.
He's like, you're not good enough for a real finisher. You get my signature.
And then for some reason, the Judgment Day attack. Well, I guess it's not for some reason. They attacked them backstage, and then the Judgment Day attack Javon Evans after the match,
which is just
frog splash.
That was the
talk some shit
about tonight. Is why is he fighting Judgment Day, and why is like there are a few just all of a sudden like they're just jumping from the Big Cass thing to that.
Right. I mean, I guess I kind of get why he attacked him backstage. It was like, oh, protect Ray, whatever. But yeah, it didn't really make much sense for them to attack him afterwards.
Why didn't you protect him when he was getting shit rocked?
Why didn't Ray come out and help him when his son came out? Ray just said, "Thanks for the help. Bye." It doesn't really make sense, but. Sol Ruka backstage, it's revealed that she's getting her title match next week against Raquel.
And then this weirdo fucking comes out with her looking like Wednesday Addams ass.
Tells her congratulations, and Lyra runs up. Now listen to this. Lyra, looking like you said, like Wednesday, decides that she's gonna tell Sol that she deserves the match and that she should give her the title match. Now, it's not a Money in the Bank contract, right? You can't just trade it. or put it on the line. I mean, you know. And then Soul's like, "Nah, I earned this match." And she says, "Lyra's like, okay, what about after you win it? Can I get a match then?" And she's like, "No, if you want one, you gotta earn it." And then she like stares in Io's soul, and she's like, "What?" And then Io's just like, she's scary. I don't like her. And it's hilarious because it's true. Because while Lyra didn't look as cracked out as she usually does, it somehow made her look stranger.
This is for sure.
So I'm with Io on this. So it's
She needs
and
to
I'm
lay
also
off
with
the pipe.
Soruka on this. What'd you say?
She needs to lay off the crack pipe.
I think that is a fair assumption and a great idea. So it's La Parka and Penta in the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. This match was not as good as the last one. It was still good, just not as good. Penta wins with a Mexican destroyer off the ropes, and so now, as most people probably suspected, it is Penta versus Ray Phoenix next week, and the winner of that goes to fight on Raw. So it's the brothers, Penta, Ray Phoenix. They have a stare down and a handshake at the top of the ramp, and that is that.
Very basic.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be good, obviously, but I think most people are preferring to see the Lucha Bros back together rather than. But we've come this far without them, so
I want a heel Penta. That's what I want.
I think a heel Pento could be very, very good. And with the colors and shit that he uses, I think it would make sense. He wouldn't have to change much, is what I'm trying to say.
I've seen him in the all black outfit. It looks crazy.
Right. Or, I mean, you could also just think of John Cena. Just don't change shit at all, really.
Make him all black and make him beat up Rey Mysterio.
That would be a great way to initiate a heel turn, though. Beating up Rey Mysterio.
He's the ultimate heel turner maker because anyone who hurts Rey Mysterio,
Right.
they hate you.
Right. Rey Mysterio's like that guy where he's just like, you love to see him, but you hate when people just hurt him because he's a little guy. Yeah, it's like when Batista dismantled him at Bragging Rights 2010 or 2009, sorry. We were sad, hurt, confused. They were supposed to be friends. You're supposed to be my friend. It's not good.
It's like attacking Danhausen will immediately hate you for it.
Yeah, it's just, why would you do that? Danhausen, Santino.
Yep.
Like, why? It's just our truth. Let's just leave the guy alone, man.
Mick Foley, you can't touch him.
I really thought on Friday, though, after they lost, when Damian Priest was standing over our truth, I thought we were going to get a Damian Priest heel turn.
It was probably coming, but I think they're teasing it for now.
And R-Truth's also like 53, so they're like, yeah, if Damian Priest attacks him, like, he's going to be injured. So just hold off on that for now. But Solo thanks LA Knight again, and LA says, we can do this as a team. No more warning shots unless we're pew. Then we see Ethan Page approach Gable, and he basically says, I have my eyes on that title, and I'm the greatest thing to come out of Canada, and I beat Rey Mysterio, and you beat Rey Mysterio. And he's just annoying. Perfect way to sum it up is Gable says, you were at the top of the list till you opened your mouth and a bunch of garbage just leaked out. I think that's the perfect iteration of what just happened when they were talking. We get a short thing with Vicaire, who I think she said in 2 weeks is going to be fighting Liv. I don't know if it's happening at Sunday Night's Main Event or not, but basically thanks Becky, and she says that she respects her, but she didn't need her help, and she'll be standing alone in the ring, and she will destroy the Judgment Day. So, yeah, short, sweet to the point.
From the back.
Right, because there's 3 of them and 1 of her. And if you throw Becky in there, you're still a lady short. So.
And you got Dom, and he's like half a lady, so.
It's true. And if JD's head was smaller, I think we could consider him a lady as well.
Poor JD's mom's vagina.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Do you think
that she had to pass?
The kidney stone.
Hopefully she had a C-section.
She probably did. They probably saw the size of that head and they were like, "Oh hell no, girl, we can't let you do this." He's gonna drag you out with it. He's gonna drag half you out with him just with his head. But it is the Usos versus Solo Sikoa and LA Knight as the main event, and this match took a turn. It's your normal tag team. The Usos are beating up Solo, not letting him make the tag. But eventually he does get the tag. LA Knight comes in. He kicks ass for a little bit. And then we see Solo and I believe it was Jey Uso outside the ring over by the Timekeeper's area. And they're speared through the barricade by a man with a bandana over his nose and mouth because
gang members.
You don't need to cover your whole face. Why would you do that? So as soon as I saw the hair, I quickly deduced that it was Royce Keys. Royce Keys speared Jay and Solo through a barricade while the OMT attack LA Knight and Jimmy. If you don't know who the OMT are, they are a team from NXT. And I don't know their names because I don't watch NXT. So I'm going to give you a little rundown right now. I believe they are... What is it? I'm trying to think what their... Oh, yeah. So their tag team name is Out the Mud. Not really sure why. Maybe I missed something. But yeah, it is
dirty together.
It's definitely possible. So yeah, they debut tonight. OMT. I think it's who is it? Bronco. I'm probably gonna pronounce this out. Bronco Nima and Lucen Price, I believe is their names. Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry.
How dare you call me Lucen and I'm nice.
Yeah, Bronco Nima and Lucen Price. I don't know how to say their names. I don't watch NXT.
Call me it again.
So they attack. Keys attacks with some steel steps, and they OMT and Royce Keys literally just lay out everybody. It's steel stairs, it's punches, it's just.
And the dudes are big as shit too, so they were just out here dropping everybody.
Right. They were just out like they came in with like they were on a mission when they got there. And they came in and they did what they were supposed to. They had the mask, the little bandana things on too. I don't know if that's their thing or Royce Keys just said, "Hey, put this on so people don't know it's us," and then take them off right after because that's what they did. It's if that's what they did and nobody found out who they were first, good on them, I guess.
Yeah. You gotta hide your face first just so that you can show it.
Right, you just Just hide it for like 10 seconds. Pull it up. But yeah, it was a strange ending because I also heard that Lola Vice is getting called up to the main roster, so I'm guessing that's going to be a SmackDown thing. But
Probably.
I'm kind of more familiar with her than I am with, like, I've never actually heard of these guys. I don't know if they just weren't a good tag team. I don't even believe they're in the game, so I don't know who they are at all.
Right.
But anyway, would you rate Raw for tonight?
1 bajillion thousand. Uh, like a solid 7, probably, right? Or like a seven
Yeah,
and a
I'd say
half.
so. 7.5. Definitely. You know that cruiserweight or AAA match right there in the middle. That definitely brings it up a lot. But
Then we had the awkward
eh,
promo segment that kind of did throw off the like vibe of the whole night. I feel like because Braun was really fucking it up, and then he had one good spot, but it was like it felt like I don't know. They either told him he couldn't swear or something. I don't know.
yeah, because the stuff he was saying, while it made sense, it didn't really flow right. The only good part of the promo, honestly, was when he said that thing to Paul Heyman.
Pretty much. Yeah, that part was good.
Yeah, and I mean, Obafemi is good at cutting promos, so I didn't really have a problem with him. But
He made
Braun,
Braun look terrible in the promos.
right? They tried to make Braun carry that promo because, like, Braun spoke a lot and then hit him with the cheap shot, and it just didn't carry the way it was supposed to. And I don't really know who to blame, if there's anyone to blame. Um,
I blame
so
Paul
yeah,
Heyman. It's all his fault.
I mean, you could potentially blame Paul Heyman. I also don't think that the match that led is the one that should have led. I think it should have been Dragon Lee and Ray Phoenix. I think that should have been the first match,
Yeah.
just because how good it was. You know, the first match kind of sets the tone for the show. After the first promo, because I mean, the promo usually sets up like a main event later or something. So the first match kind of has to be, as good as it can be.
This is true.
Um, I don't think that they did the debut right at the end. I think that I don't know. It didn't really make sense. Like Michael Cole's like, oh, he's here for revenge on Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu wasn't even out there. So you beat up his family in LA Knight for what? It didn't make sense. Now Roman's going to come back next week and he's going to be like, Royce Keys, come on out here. We got something to talk about.
You just want another
And
excuse to beat up LA Knight.
then, right. And then Jim with Fatu just going to stand there like this while he gets punched. Like, I don't know. But, I mean, I didn't really have a problem with anything else, I guess. Everything else was fine.
You know, that's what I'm like. It's a 7, maybe even a 7.5. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't like how the tag match ended either. Like I said, the debut just it didn't feel like it was the right spot or the right time.
And I heard it as a main event. I'm like a tag match for the fucking main event. Ew.
It's just because the Usos and Solo are in it. Let's be honest. They think they're main event stars, which it could be, but not
The
not
last
when.
time you ever seen a tag match be the main event that wasn't SmackDown?
Oh well, it's been a while. It's been a while that hasn't it?
Because I feel like SmackDown will do it all the time, almost. Actually, now that I think about it.
WrestleMania when the Usos fought Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Right. Or if
That
the
was
New
the main
Day was
event.
involved.
Right. Yeah, we don't get a lot of tag team main events on Raw. SmackDown, they're just like, Like you remember back in the day when a pay per view was coming up, they'd be like, all right, like say like The Miz was gonna fight for the Intercontinental title, and that happened to be like, I don't know who's the Intercontinental champion the Miz could fight. The Dean
Kofi
Ambrose,
Kingston.
Kofi
Yeah.
Kingston, even. Yeah, whoever. And then you know, Kofi Kingston teams up with freaking the world champion. Say it's Batista and it's JBL. So it's like the challengers versus the champions. They used to do that all the damn time, and to keep the rivalry going. You just don't see that anymore. But
Everyone complained about it too much, and now they're like, well, we can't do that anymore.
it was never really bad though. It was just that people were like, "Oh, you're expanding two rivalries in one match," but the people that are in the rivalry aren't getting in the match together. Well, no shit, dumbass. They're not gonna spoil the main event of the pay-per-view. Like, it's just people are shallow. I don't know. I don't know. Am I being harsh?
No.
I'm trying not to be. All right, but that was a good one. That was good. I could probably give that a higher rating than we give the show. But if there's nothing else, though, I think that's about it.
No, I believe that should be good. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe, and a comment, and follow us on all the platforms, whether it be the Apples or the YouTubes or wherever's. And we will see you in the next one. Peace.
Deuces.